Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, welcome back to English class. So here this is your Prasad sir, and today we are going to finish the lesson the model millionary, which it is the model millionary. So student, in this lesson here we are going to learn the conclusion part of the whole lesson. So student, before beginning this part, I would like to conclude this poem on the basis of previous video, whatever we have learned. In the previous video, we had already discussed that there were 4 to 5 characters here in the story. First one is the hero of the lesson, Hoogie. He is a main character of this lesson. His girlfriend Laura and a daughter of retired colonel, and the retired colonel is asking 10,000 pounds from Hoogie. If he gives him 10,000 pounds, then he allowed his daughter to get married with Hoogie. But how can Hoogie marry with the Laura? Because Hoogie don't have a job, he is not doing anything, he is an idle person. Though his personality is good, then what is the use of the personality? This is what a big problem with Hoogie. So one day Hoogie goes to his friend's shop, and his friend is Alan Trevor. He is working there in the shop, a photograph or a painting studio. There he is making a beautiful painting of Baron Hosberg. Who is the Baron Hosberg? He is the greatest or richest person of the Europe. He came there in the model of beggar, एक गरीब मनुष्य. और यहाँ पर एलन ट्रेवर अ मॉडल बेगार की तस्वीर बना रहा था. दो Hoogie seen that moment and he kept a amount of a gold coin, a British gold coin, over the painting, and he told to Alan, "Hey Alan, I am giving this gold coin to the beggar, and I want this painting because I like this painting very much. So when you complete this painting, please send to my address because I want to purchase it." And here, when Alan Trevor informed him about the man, who is he? Baron Hosberg, that he is the richest ever person in the Europe, and he is interested in your story, and he is speaking about Laura. Then for the sometimes Hoogie became sophisticated and he became frustrated. Hey, why you are speaking about my personal life and you are telling to everyone? Why you are doing like this? Now here Alan Trevor explains him. No, the person to whom you are scolding, he is a beggar, but his real truth is that he is the biggest and the richest person in the world, and his name is Baron Hosberg, and he is the richest person in Europe, and he is my one of the great friend. He used to come and meet me because he usually collect the painting which were drawn by me. So I used to draw the beautiful painting for him. So don't say anything, and if you don't know anything about him, no need to speak about him any much. So this is what Alan Trevor explained him about. Now then Hoogie becomes, are you right? Are you telling correctly that he is the richest person ever here in the Europe? Oh, then he is a great person, a great friend of yours. Then this is what a conversation take place in the previous part. And the whole part belongs to the introduction about the Baron Hosberg, the richest person of Europe. So student, let's begin with the column number 1, a first paragraph. Here I am reading. So I would like to say you that there were some technical issues with the video recording classes. So here I have taken this lesson with the help of the S recorder, because day after tomorrow is the exam. So the text should be familiar to you, and this lesson is also coming there in the exam. So the question related to this lesson will be MCQ based. So you should read the whole lesson very thoroughly. You should understand each and everything perfectly. Then only you are going to attend those MCQ questions which were given there on the unseen passage. Alright. So student, here I am reading from the first column, first sentence. I think you might have told me, Alan, said Hoogie slugly, and not have let me make such a fool of myself. Well, to begin with, Hoogie, said Trevor, it never entered my mind that you went about distributing money in that reckless way. Besides, I didn't know whether Hosberg would like his name mentioned. You know, he wasn't in full dress. What a duffer! He must think me, said Hooky. Hey, my friend Alan Trevor, I am too sorry for this that I have given just a small British gold coin where it will help me for 1 week to survive here in this costly city. Though I have given him. So, but what he think about my dad British old gold coin? Though he feels somehow hesitated that such a richest person is offered such a small gold coin for his such a beautiful and expensive painting. He thinks something different for me, and he will say duffer kind of person to me. Who says here Hoogie speaks to Alan. Now comes to the third paragraph. Not at all. He was in the highest spirits after you left, kept chuckling to himself and rubbing his wrinkled hands together. I couldn't make out why he was so interested to know all about you, but I see it all now. Hey Hoogie, don't worry. He didn't thought anything bad for you, though he is so excited to meet you because he is thinking day and night about you, and he wants to make you your or his own friend. So this is what he is thinking about you, and he is so reckless, and he is chuckling to himself and rubbing his wrinkled hand together. Chuckling means here, so he is so passionate, and he is rubbing his both palms over one another to meet you or to ask something about you. So he is at all more curious about you. So यहाँ पर एलन ट्रेवर हुगी को यह बता रहा है, ये मेरे दोस्त हुगी, तुम कुछ भी बुरा मत सोचो। जबकि वह बूढ़ा व्यक्ति बैरन हॉसबर्ग, जो हमारे यूरोप का सबसे बड़ा अमीर आदमी है, वो तुमसे मिलने के लिए बेशक इंतज़ार कर रहा है और वह तुमसे मिलना चाहता है। और यह सब बातें होने के बाद उनके बीच में क्या होता है, चलो देखते हैं। So here, student, we are going to begin with the fourth paragraph. I am an unlucky devil, who says Hoogie. Growled Hoogie. The best thing I can do is to go to bed. My dear Alan, you must not tell anyone. I shouldn't dare show my face in public. So I am not dare to show my face in public because I am humiliated by giving such a gold coin to such a richest man in the Europe. So I will become such a useless person here, okay, by offering such a small thing to that big person. I don't know really that he is the richest person in the Europe. Here, however, Hoogie wouldn't stop but walked home feeling very unhappy and leaving Alan Trevor in fits of laughter. Now Alan Trevor is laughing over the Hoogie, and Hoogie became unhappy, and he go back to his home after realizing each and everything and getting knowing about the Baron Hosberg from Alan Trevor. Now student, last paragraph of the column number 1. The next morning, as he was at breakfast, his helper brought a card on which was written, Mr. Gustav Norden, on behalf of Baron Hosberg. So the next morning, what happens? As he was at breakfast, his helper brought the card on which was written. Whose helper? Let's read it out here in the another paragraph of second column. I suppose he has come for an apology, said Hoogie to himself, and he told the helper to show the visitor up. An old gentleman with gold spectacles and grey hair came into the room. Have I the honor of addressing Mr. Erskine? He said. Hoogie bowed. I have come from Baron Hosberg, he continued. The Baron, I beg, sir, that you will offer him my sincerest apologies, stammered Hoogie. The Baron, said the old gentleman with a smile, has asked me to bring you this letter, and he extended a sealed envelope. On the outside was written, a wedding present to Hoogie Erskine and Laura Merton from an old beggar, and inside was a cheque for £10,000. When they were married, Alan Trevor was the best man, and the Baron made a speech at the wedding breakfast. Millinery models, remarked Alan, are rare enough, but model millionaire are rarer still. So here what happens? The next morning the letter goes to Hoogie and the Allen father, and in that letter it was written that here the Hoogie might be apologist for his work. He don't know about anything. Okay, so after all, Alan Trevor informed him each and everything. So here I am providing him, gifting him such a costliest gift, that 10,000 pounds, and here the Hoogie and her girlfriend Laura should get married with each and other. So here, according to my experience and according to my beliefs, I think that this marriage will be a model millionaire, one of the richest marriage ever in the Europe, because no one have bear the 10,000 pounds for such a marriage. So here I am giving the gift to the Hoogie and Laura for their marriage, that 10,000 pounds should be given to them. So student, here the Hoogie and Laura finally get married with each another by the gift of 10,000 pounds from Baron Hosberg, and Baron Hosberg provide to the Hoogie. So this is what here the lesson ends with the beautiful morality. So here money not pays such a big gift to anyone. Even the personality, the knowledge, the thinking, the innocentness of anyone pays a very better for them. So here Hoogie don't know anything about the Baron Hosberg. Instead of that, he kept something speciality over the painting which here his friend Alan Trevor was making for the old beggar. So he wants to purchase it by giving such a small gold coin to him. So he don't know its value, but he want to purchase it. So there is something truthness, there is something innocentness and the smartness and the transparency over the decision of Hoogie over the painting. This is what experienced by a old man, a old beggar, Baron Hosberg. So in the beginning of the lesson, in the short summary, what we have discussed, for Baron Hosberg, a richest person of the Europe, the feeling pays best. So he only depends on the feeling. If his feelings are good, then he is going to spend how much of money, too much of money, he don't bother about this. This is what we are going to learn here about this. So student, for the time being, watch this video thoroughly from the beginning till last, understand it and read each and every stanza carefully. And here you have some difficult words also. Let's discuss this also. Sulky means in an angry but quiet manner. Duffer means informal, a clumsy and foolish person. Rare means uncommon, difficult to find. So all these kinds of the words are very important here. So student, write these difficult words in your notebook, in literature notebook, and make the proper notes. And here we have completed the whole lesson, and in another video we are going to discuss the possessive determiners, which is coming for your syllabus, okay, in the grammar portion. So we will discuss this also, and here the remaining portion whatever ma'am taught you is all coming there in the syllabus. So have a better revision. So tomorrow we are going to leave some revision classes. For the time being, watch all the revision classes of English, okay, revise it thoroughly, understand it, and day after tomorrow you are going to write the first post-term 1 of the academic year 21-22. Understood? So student, for the time being, take care, watch this video from the beginning till end, and have a nice day. Bye bye.